Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is episode number 43, and in this episode, well, we have a puzzle that we have to complete before we can move on, so... Actually, I don't know how that bomb hit that Tektite. Considering it's in the water, it has to hit it, like, directly, like, head-on in order for the bomb to explode, otherwise the bomb will diffuse itself in the water. That was a really stupid idea to jump in the water after this Tektite because I thought I could touch the bottom. That's not the case, so now I'm in trouble. Crap, how the hell do I get out of here? There has to be a switch somewhere or something that will raise the water level. I'm guessing it's going to be on that front pillar, or not the front pillar, but the center pillar in the room. So let's put on the iron boots. And, where are you? Yeah, you can stun the Tektite, so that part's pretty cool. Oh, it must be on this pillar right here. There we go. Alright, so let's hit that switch. Get away from me, Tektite. I swear, you're all going to die. Okay, so when you hit that switch, that's going to raise the water level. So you can take off your boots if you do end up stuck down here and climb onto the ledge back where the door is. In fact, that's the only ledge that you can grab onto. The other ones are too high for you to reach. Yay! You actually came up here with me so I can kill you. I do recommend getting rid of all of these Tektites. So either try to lure them over to the platform with you, or you can always shoot them from across the room and kind of snipe them out with your arrows. Although when you do hit it the first time, they kind of like freak out and jump around for a little bit, so you might have to wait for them to settle down before you can hit them the second time. Alright, so this is an interesting little puzzle. It's actually... Oh, that was really bad. My hand slipped off the controller there. Anyway, this puzzle really isn't that difficult. It's just about controlling the water level and being able to climb on the statues and whatnot. See, if you just try to go over here, now you can't move on and you can't climb up the platform with the way the water is. So what you'll have to do is actually go back to the center platform where the door is. And, well, I guess that's not the center platform, but you know what I'm talking about. Go back to the platform with the door and start over. So, what you need to do... Did I really just miss that? It's directly in front of me. That is sad. Okay, so you want to hit the first target, and then you want to lower the water level, because when you lower the water level, you also lower the dragon head statues. Now we can use our hookshot on the target across the way and actually climb over this statue. And we can now raise the water level again to raise the statues yet again. And that will allow us to hookshot onto this target on the statue's belly, or I guess throat, whatever you want to call it. Hit the switch again, that will lower the dragon heads back into the ground again. Climb on top of this dragon head here. And we're going to hit the switch and raise the water level one last time. And that will allow us to reach the doorway. But before we get there, there's some spikes in the way. Looks like there's a like over there and a couple of Tektites, but the Tektites are the easy part. Now, as for the like, I recommend staying away from it, so you can always kill it with bombs or arrows, and that will just keep you safe from all the eating that it likes to do, because they're always hungry. Don't understand. They have a strong appetite for heroes. So these jars right here will almost always have magic in it for you. And we're going to be in this really weird type illusion room here. And this is going to be a mini-boss battle. And this is perhaps the coolest mini-boss out of every mini-boss ever in the Zelda series. You want to run towards the door, turn around, and as you can see, there's a shadowy figure by the tree. So you're going to want to draw your sword and head over there. And it will attack you. And... it is yourself. It is Shadow Link. Dark Culination. Conquer yourself. And this is a hard battle if you don't know what you're doing. And this really is a mirror battle. Every time you strike, the Shadow Link will make the same move. So when you strike, he's striking with his sword as well. One thing that you can't do, well, a lot of things that you can't do. You can't hit him with bombs, you can't hit him with arrows, you can't hit him with the hook shot. And when you try to use a thrusting motion with your sword, he will jump on top of it and slice you for damage. Things that you can do is use the Bigoron sword, use the Megaton hammer, and also use Din's fire. The key to this battle is using weapons that he doesn't have, because he can't mirror items that he doesn't have. So I suggest using the Megaton hammer and Bigoron sword and kind of alternating it, because as you can see, he doesn't guard against it. And that is because he doesn't really know what to do when you're not using the Master Sword. But we're going to attempt most of this fight, well, at least some of the fight, with the Master Sword. And it is difficult because almost all of your sword strikes, he's going to either block, parry, or jump on top of you like that. Also, spin slashes will never work. It doesn't matter if he's caught right in the middle of it. It's going to do nothing to him. So this fight kind of sucks. One thing that I would keep in mind is that he also has the same amount of hearts as you do. So if you come into this fight and you've never gotten a heart container, you just completely avoided it in the temples and, you know, didn't really get any heart pieces. If you have 3 hearts, he's going to have 3 hearts. As for a health meter, you can't really tell how many hits you have on him or anything like that. But what you can do is look at the color of him. Because if you remember, when we started the battle, he was a very, very transparent clear color. The more times you hit him, the darker he's going to get. So as you can see, we've hit him a couple of times. So he's pretty black in color and more of an opaque rather than completely transparent. So I'm going to pull out Din's fire here and show you that you can also hit him with that, especially if he's in the middle of striking you with his sword. If you do it enough times, he will eventually learn to move away from you. Oh, crap, that was not good. But he will learn to try to get out of the way of it and block it. And if he gets far enough away, it will be outside of the radius. But most of the times, he'll like guard while he's still in the radius of it, and it'll go through his shield because it's fire. So anyway, those are your options. That's pretty much everything I can think of to tell you about the strategies here. Using the Master Sword is by far the most difficult way because you'll have to wait until you get close enough to him by just continually parrying sword strikes and locking sword strikes that eventually his strike just either hits you and you hit him, or his strike misses you and you hit him next to his shield. As you can see there, he tried to guard against it and he was pretty far away, but it still reaches him, so Din's Fire is a very useful tactic. We're going to switch back to Megaton's hammer here, and as the battle moves on, he will kind of get smart and start to realize a little bit what you're doing. So as you noticed, now he's starting to defend against the Megaton's hammer a little bit, and that's kind of bad news for us because I've gotten hit quite a few times here, and I'm running low on health. I've got 4 hearts, and I don't know if I have any fairies at all. As you can see, a lot of times I just will just out of habit thrust with my sword, and unfortunately that's an automatic hit at this point because it's so late in the battle. Stop doing that. Oh, that was a cheap shot, you dick. You dick. Okay, so when in doubt, always go back to either Din's Fire or Bigoron Sword. Bigoron Sword does more damage, but Din's Fire has a higher chance of actually making contact. So considering that we're almost dead here, I'm going to pull out all the stops to finish out this battle. And Din's Fire finally finishes him off. And we get, what is that, a blue rupee? Or is that a... That was a red rupee. I don't know why I said blue. I was thinking purple or red. I just said blue by accident because I'm retarded. Anyway, it was a red rupee. It was 20 rupees. And once we go through the door here, after the illusion fades, we can open this chest to find the dungeon item, the longshot. It's an upgraded hookshot. It extends twice as far, so now we can reach all those golden skulltulas that were on the walls, just hanging out, and also all of those targets that were way out of reach before. And this will allow us to complete the temple. Behind where the treasure chest is, there's a block that we can play the Song of Time to remove from the floor. and that will allow us to drop down below and into the basement area below where we fought Dark Link. Oh, Navi, shut up. Be careful. Don't get swallowed by the vortexes. Man. Shut up, Mom. Gosh. Okay, so you're going to be wanting to use the iron boots and a combination of that and just kind of swimming aggressively away from the vortexes. There's not a lot that we have to get in this room other than this gold Skulltula over here. So when you see him, he's just hanging out on the wall on the left. You can put on the iron boots, and once you get settled in, you will be able to use your hook shot to take him out. I'm just going to double check that there's nothing else over here. It doesn't appear as though there is. There are a couple of recovery hearts along the way as well, and the chances are you're going to need them. I do recommend for that battle against Dark Link that you do bring fairies in a bottle or some type of potion. Unlike what I did, I really did not come prepared. I emptied all my bottles of the blue fire stuff, when I was doing the ice cavern, and I never went back to it. No! Crap, I didn't listen to Navi, and look what happened to me. Okay, take two, we got this. Link is a master champion swimmer. Hell yeah. Okay, so now that we avoided all of the vortexes, and we reached dry land, sort of, kind of, we're going to want to take out our bow because there is an eye switch right across the way here. Once we hit that, a timed gate opening sequence will occur in which you can long shot to the treasure chest and open it for a small key. So you can't avoid this area. You will have to come back here eventually to get that small key. So don't think about going the other way after defeating Dark Link, or think about using Furor's Wind. I had a brain fart there. Anyway, we're going to take this back to the center room and move on, but I'm going to save that for next time. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and please stay tuned for episode number 44. Game on.